Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to Target Focus Life. My name's Steve, and today I have the Franchi Instinct side plate 12 gauge over-under shotgun pull. So if you're looking for a detailed and in-depth review, you've come to the right place. Let's go! This is a beautiful shotgun by Franchi. It is the side plate. It's Franchi's first side plate over-under shotgun. What is meant by a side plate is see how the receiver comes all the way back into the stock like that? A lot of them cut off just square at the end. So it's just real reminiscent of the old style shotguns, like the English, beautiful, elegant shotguns. And so when I saw this shotgun up at Reed's, I knew I just had to pick it up and put it to the test for review because it looks great, but I don't only want a shotgun that looks great, I want one that shoots great as well. And we're gonna put that to the test today. This is a field style shotgun intended for upland wing shooting, could very easily be used to shoot some clays, just a kind of a versatile style shotgun as well, but main intent is upland and field hunting. MSRP of this shotgun is $2,229, but I picked it up at Reed's for less than that. Let's jump right into the specs of this shotgun. It is a 12 gauge, as I mentioned, with 28-inch barrels. It comes in at 7 pounds, 9 ounces. Looking at the length of pull, 14.25 inches from the trigger to the butt end. The drop at comb is 1.5 inches. The drop at heel is 2 inches, so we have a 1/2 inch drop. Not as much as some of the field guns that you're used to looking at that have a 3/4 inch, even sometimes up to a 1 inch drop across the comb. This shotgun has an auto reset safety, which means every time you open it and close it, the safety resets, which I'm personally not a huge fan of, but that's very common in field shotguns. Let's take a look at the trigger. It feels pretty good. Feels just over, I'd say between 5 and 6 pounds. Nice clean break, but we're gonna put this on the Wheeler digital trigger gauge. I'm gonna say it's 5.5 pounds. Let's see, how accurate are you, Steve? Ooh, we're at 5 pounds. 5.9, that would be 5.5. Oh, I was wrong. Did I mention it has an auto reset safety? Did I mention? I'm not a huge fan of those. Ooh, I was wrong. 4 pounds, 10 ounces. 4 pounds, 11.7 ounces. So we're under a 5-pound trigger on there. I really like that. I thought it felt a little heavier. Obviously, I was wrong. 4 pounds, 11 ounces. We're gonna go with that on the trigger pull. So real nice feeling trigger. This shotgun comes with 5 different choke tubes. Cylinder, improved cylinder, mod, improved mod, and full. I've already went ahead and switched out the stock choke tubes for a couple of these really cool Sporting Clay Gold Edition Carlson's choke tubes. And I think they look fantastic. You got the gold inlays here of the birds on both sides. Looks like we got a quail here. Then we got the nice gold accent there that goes with the gold trigger. That's just slick looking. What do you think? Anyways, as I mentioned, this is a 12 gauge, but Franchi Instinct side plate is also available in a 20 gauge option as well. Let's move right along. Looking at the ergonomics of this shotgun, this is the feel, the function. I just like to pick it up right off the bat, hold it in my hands. It feels pretty decent. The grip here, it's kind of a medium grip, not too small, not too big. The forend is a Schnabel forend. You see how it tapers? It's slim and tapers there at the end. I like that. I don't like the kind of 2x4 blocky front ends. The texture is good. It's actually really good. Nice checkering. The texture's not too aggressive, but it's not too smooth either. Just enough to get a grip on. The stock is a Prince of Wales stock. You see how it rounds like that? This is called the Prince of Wales stock. The top lever, I think, is just super cool looking. By no means is this a high-end, super classy shotgun. I mean, at the price point, there's guns that are much fancier than this, but this just looks like it could be a high-end shotgun right off the shelf. Now, I have noticed, opening it up, it is a little stiff. And now new guns can be a little bit stiffer right out of the box. I've cleaned this. I have greased all the moving points. Not as smooth quite as I would like, but that might loosen up over time. It's just that last little bit that I have to crank on a little bit. Auto ejectors, of course, on this shotgun. The safety is really easy to move. One of my pet peeves is when I go to mount a shotgun and it's hard to move that safety forward in the mount. You know, you're out hunting that in the field, a bird gets up, you need to be able to put that gun on fire as you're mounting it. Selecting the barrels, we have a 2-dot, 1-dot system. So 1-dot, it's gonna shoot bottom barrel first. 2 dots is gonna shoot top barrel first. It's not very easy to see, but but I think they're trying to stay classy. So some guns, that will be red, the dots will be red. That's no concern to me, just pointing that out. Just a quick little fact, vented barrels, a vented rib, a fiber optic on the front sight, which I'd rather just see like a brass bead or something on the end, honestly. Sometimes I just find these more distracting than they are helpful. And they have such a classy looking gun here, but then they put the fiber on it. I think that just takes it down a little bit, just a notch. Really nice looking AA grade walnut on this shotgun. A lot of things to really like about it. Let's see where this gun balances out at. It's a little front end heavy. I just feel like it's maybe a little front heavy. Feels front heavy, but I'm not sure why that is. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. A little more weight out front can cause your leading hand to slow down just a little bit, create some smooth swings. Overall, ergonomics, the feel, the function, pretty happy with this shotgun. Looks great. Just a little tight to open it up. We'll look at that a little bit later. Biggest thing I don't like, fiber optic. Why do we put a fiber optic on there? Such a classy looking gun. Anyways, let's move on. Just purely looking at the quality of build of this shotgun, I think Franchi did a really nice job for the price point. Lines come together really well. Everything fits tight. This is sort of a pet peeve of mine. It's pretty common on over-under shotguns, but the receiver comes back into the stock, and then you have a huge lip right there. I just feel like there should be a nice clean line right there. Just keep it smooth and sleek. Otherwise, everything comes together really nice. Steel receiver, color case hardened, gold inlays, finished really well. The question is gonna be, how does this gun hold up? We're gonna look at that in recoil and reliability, but when we get there, reliability, I'm not putting thousands and thousands of rounds for this, so I don't really know. So I'd love to hear from any viewers that own this shotgun, your experience in the field, hunting with it, shooting with it, how does it hold up? Any flaws? What do you love about it? Let's just get to recoil and reliability. This is one of my favorite parts because I get to shoot, and after all, I like to shoot. That bottom one didn't eject. I have noticed on this shotgun that the ejectors are not super strong. They don't really launch your shells super far. Let's try that again. No issues there, both ejected. Is coming up into my face just a little bit, not terrible. Overall feels pretty comfortable. Let me try a few shots on moving clays. That's a little more realistic. Oh. There we go. Oh. I don't notice much. Little bit into the face. Not terrible. What I'd probably do if I made this my permanent shotgun, I would put a Falcon Strike recoil reduction system on it. That helps really reduce the recoil, helps lower the muzzle jump. It just makes it overall a more comfortable gun to shoot. If you're interested in learning more about that, you can check the link in the description. Reliability wise, you know, I can't say much about it as I mentioned, but I have noticed these ejectors just don't seem as strong as many other guns, but I would have to put a lot more rounds through it to notice. I have had a few issues with it ejecting. You saw one just a moment ago so far in this review, so that's something to keep an eye out for with this Franchi Instinct. I don't know if that's a big problem or widespread problem, but I've just a simple observation. That's all I'm going to say. It's a simple observation. There are 6 other variations, so there's a lot of different options to choose from. One has an aluminum receiver. There's some that are color case hardened but don't have the engraving or the Schnabel forend. There's a version made for women or smaller frame shooters. So there are some different options to choose from in this shotgun. Let's take a look at the inside of this shotgun. Now it's a little bit different. It doesn't have much of a lever on front here. A little more challenging to press, but not too bad overall. Breaks apart nice and easy. Let's look inside this receiver. Hinges on both sides. It locks into the barrel on the bottom side here. Let's throw it back together. Looks pretty solid, well built. Not a lot to look at there. We're not gonna get too in depth. I'm a sucker for good looking shotguns. I'm gonna just be honest with you. Like if there's a great gun, but it looks plain and boring, I'm just not that excited about it. It's not the same with necessarily semi-autos or pumps. I just like over-unders to be classier looking shotguns. That's simply my opinion. I'd love to hear yours. I think it's time to do some speed shooting. What do y'all think? Let's put this gun to the test. Why would I speed shoot an over-under? Well, because when I'm on the clock, when I'm pressured, it's just like when I'm hunting. I'm gonna really notice those things. I'm gonna notice the swing, the mount, the trigger pull, the recoil. That's why I love to speed shoot on the clock, see how fast I can shoot. Then I'll give you my final feedback on this shotgun. Let's get to it. Oh yeah, that felt pretty good right off the bat. Probably not the fastest time, 1.26. It took me 1 second to get on that bird, the first one. Then I had a 0.26 split, so pretty slow splits. Pretty slow to get on the bird. Let's pick it up. That had to be faster. See, that's what I mean. Just a little stiff. And ejectors didn't work. At least the top one didn't work. It's a 1.16, ladies and gentlemen. That's picking up the pace right there. Ooh, we gotta get faster than that. Pretty dang fast right there. That's gotta take it. Not bad at all. That's faster than I was shooting some 20 gauges earlier today. It took me 0.84 seconds to get on, and then I got down to a 0.17 split. That's pretty quick shooting for a 12 gauge. After fully reviewing this gun, playing with it off camera, shooting it on camera, speed test, all the things, I'm pretty darn impressed with this Franchi Instinct at the price point that it's at. It's a beautiful shotgun, feels great to shoot. The only downsides to this gun are sort of minor. Fiber optic, personal preference. Let me know if you agree with me. I mean, you have such a beautiful looking shotgun, and you put this modern fiber looking dot on there. The only other thing I have to say about it is just how stiff it is right there at the end to get that last little bit. You really got to crank on it. That might loosen up a little bit. It's well greased, it's cleaned, so it shouldn't be anything like that. The ejectors are my question. Are these ejectors quality? Are they gonna stand up over time? I'm not sure. I've had just a couple issues not ejecting. Don't know if that's gonna be a big problem, but I wanted to bring it to your attention. But overall, this is a shotgun that I would be happy to purchase. A lot of great things to like about it. Beautiful gun, shoots well, nice trigger. Franchi, you have impressed me with the guns that I've shot of yours. What other over-under shotguns would you like to see me review? Put them down in the comments. And as always, of course, whether it's my eyes, ears, products I'm using, cleaning products, choke tubes, I put all that information down in the description if you want to check that out. And remember, whether you're in the field, shooting a Franchi Instinct side plate, or you're in life, pursuing your dreams, you're only gonna hit those targets that you're laser focused on. So live target focused. See ya.